Minemen, the Namix3 here with another episode of my Skyblock series here on the fantasy server Skyregions.net, and today I am joined with SmokeyDragon.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. What about you?
It's going pretty good. Can't complain, really.
What are you doing at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Building a melon farm. What better to do, right?
I know, and seeing as we weren't gonna build one of these at first, right? Because they were planning on nerfing pumpkins, and they did,
Yeah.
but they managed to buff melon, so we thought that that was not supposed to be, so we didn't bother building one thinking that it was like a bug or a glitch, but since nothing's really being changed.
Yeah, it's been a solid month. I mean, we'll see what happens. It's still at the point where if it does get changed for the size we're building all the way to sky limit, it'll still make more money than spawners ever will.
Yeah,
So, it's not that big of an issue.
yeah,
And the lag's not going to be an issue considering that Fantasy has lost most of its player base, considering the new regions opened.
yeah. So it's not going to be that bad, and since it's still viable, we're going to build it, and even though it's 3 o'clock in the morning, we're probably going to be finished with like most of the outline, at least tonight. Um, we probably won't be able to get it up and going today because there's a lot of redstone, and we have uh, all of this glass that we need to smelt and put in all the way up to where we have the melons planted up to. But we're gonna do as much as we can, and we'll just, I guess, see where we go. So what are we doing first? Just the normal standard torch
Yeah,
towers?
we're just gonna build the torch towers all the way up. This is basically what activates all the pistons. So, if you have two people to do this, it's really fast. In this, I will be placing the torches. Nam will be placing the blocks. It's fairly fast to do. We can probably build a whole tower in about 10 minutes. So it's just pretty straightforward. Just place blocks.
And the hardest part is the torch placing part because you have to go back and forth. This is also if you have the donor rank or you have slash fly. If you're doing the blocks, you just aim your cursor basically right in the middle and go straight up as I'm doing now. And if you are doing the torches, you would be, as you can see with Smokey, flying
Yeah.
back and forth and just placing them
Do you
on
want
the
to
ground.
switch so you can show?
Yeah, sure, I have some torches on me. Just go like this and that.
Honestly, if you're like given the choice, always take the blocks. It's so
Yeah,
much easier and faster to do.
yeah,
It's
I've done a couple over there, and the torches are not the funnest part to do because when you fly, you keep your momentum and you go like back and forth, and yeah. But
the blocks is not easy either when that happens.
oh yeah, I thought I was the only one bad at like placing blocks, but as we can see, it's almost even a professional Minecrafter, right? Like you.
Yep, the professional mind man, excuse you.
Okay, my man. Sorry. But this is just a normal torch tower. We're just gonna bring this all the way up to sky limit. It looks like we're what at like 91, so we've got quite a bit to go. But we'll finish up this, and when we get back, we'll show you how to do the pistons in a quick manner if you have fly, of course, because we have fly, and that's how we're gonna be building everything. So I'm gonna see you in a little bit. And we're back. We're going to be showing you how to place the pistons onto the torch towers, one of the quickest ways, and we're also going to just show you the comparison of the normal way that most people do it. So, Smokey, you want to explain how
Yeah,
exactly?
absolutely. So the way that this works is on the side of the piston, or sorry, on the side of the redstone torch, you can actually still place stuff on it because it's still an entity. So regular way is that you would usually just fly up slowly placing it, but the best way to do it is if you actually build out cross bridges above the pistons, so you can just hold down right click while flying up. So I'll demonstrate it, and then Nam can follow afterwards.
Okay.
So just on the side of the torch, you'll see the entity. All you do is you hold right click and then just tap your spacebar. It's pretty straightforward to do. A lot less aiming to do.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so we aim up, and I have my what are those things called where it like shows you the
The
borders? Yeah,
hitboxes?
I have
Or
my hitboxes on. I forgot how to turn them on, but
it's F3 plus B.
F3 and B. So if you hold down F3 and B, or push down F3 and B at the same time, uh, hitboxes will show up around different entities. So let's do this. So I'm aiming towards the corner, holding down right click, and it was going a little bit fast there, but it's pretty much just go up nice and slow and tap the
Yeah, all you have to
bar.
do is just do a light tap. Yeah.
Yep, a light tap. I was holding it down a little bit too long, but just a quick
Yeah.
light tap and pretty easy to do. So that's the quicker way to do it, and the old-fashioned way of doing it is the whole going around and just kind of flying, and then you place it in the right
Yeah.
direction, and because you went too far and all of that. So I do really like the new way of doing it, and thank you for showing me, because
Ah, no problem.
this will make building these things way easier.
Professional Minemen need to know this.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So that's the pistons. We're gonna finish doing that. We do have a little bit more work to do, a couple more towers to put in, and then all of these pistons. I think we. How many pistons do you have left on you?
I have a full inventory full, but I mean.
Oh, so we have enough pistons to finish the entire. Oops. We have enough pistons to finish the entire build. So, or most of
Yeah,
it.
one row is about, I think, 400 pistons. So not quite actually, but almost there.
Almost. But you know, you don't always have to get all the way up to the top right at the beginning, because we don't have the glass ready too. Because if we do have enough glass smelted up, we could start doing the bottom layer and working our way up for turning it on. But
Oh yeah.
the redstone will be a little bit of a tricky thing to do, and it's going to be done properly, not like some people's islands where it doesn't work all the time. Because Smokey is a professional mine man, and he's going to teach us how to be professional mine men. So we're going to finish putting in these, and when we get back, we will show you the rest of building the farm. And we're back. We finished putting in all of the pistons as well as a glass wall so that the melons wouldn't get pushed off the edge and they'd just be funneled into this water stream down here. But right now we're gonna show how to plant the seeds, one of the quickest ways. So Smokey, do you want to give a quick
Yeah,
show of how to
absolutely.
do it?
So the best way to do it, since we have it set up in this way, is you can just hold down right click while flying up, as with most of the farm. It's pretty odd. It's pretty easy to do if you have fly,
Okay.
donor perms. Well, if you do have two people like we do here, you can always go up with two different people. One person doing the seeds while the other person does the hoeing, which I'll do for Nam while he's doing that.
Okay.
That way you can just do both rows at the same time. It gets done pretty fast. We did the other side in probably about 10, 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was very quick, and right now I'm not even like tapping my space bar. I am holding it down with my thumb, like straight up. So
Yeah, it's pretty easy to do. This is probably the most the easiest part.
yeah, I think the seeds you can't they don't plant fast enough. The seeds, I think, so you would have to kind of go a little bit slower on them. At least
Oh
that's what
yeah,
I found. But
it's the same thing as before. That if you can manually click faster than holding, you can actually speed right through it.
yeah,
It's what I do.
but yeah, this we were done with that whole entire row very quickly, at least for the hoeing, and the seed planting still was quicker than normally done. So what do we
Do
need
you
to
have
do?
any seeds? Well, we need to
I
play
have.
seeds.
Oh yeah, I have tons of seeds. You wanna do hoeing
Yeah,
while
I'll
I'm
just take a
doing?
stack. Oh yeah,
Okay.
absolutely, for sure. We can do it that way.
So we'll finish doing this up. We'll come back at the end to just show what it looks like.
We
Um,
should just call the series the Professional Mine Men, honestly.
yeah, we should. I think we should do that. I'll change the name of season 2 to that. but, but we'll be back in a little bit. And I'm back. Smokey isn't with me right now. We finished up the redstone off camera just because um, we needed to get it done, and it was actually done not that same night, but like 6 hours or so later. The server went down around 6 a.m. We had everything done except the redstone, so we just finished that up when the servers came back on and after we got some sleep. So it's not that complicated. For our activating the redstone towers, we are using a lot of repeaters so that it's not redstone. It also delays the signal. I believe there are at least a minimum of 42 repeaters prior to the hitting the tower to activate the tower, and then after it hits the tower, the signal then travels to the next one, goes another 42 or at least 42 repeaters, and hits the next tower. Now, since our farm is set up in like a triangle shape, as you can see, we can't do that with 42 repeaters for this side. So what we do is right around here, let me find it. It is right here. So after the signal comes from this tower right here, it will come across here, hit this tower, then go across here, and then it'll go up this stair, this little staircase here, to the next level. And when it's on this level, then it'll do the same thing, 42 repeaters, it'll hit this, right here, it'll split off to go to the next 42, and then it will come down to hit the towers over on this side. So where does the signal come from? The signal comes from up here with a cow on a minecart track. And what we want to do is, well, first I'm going to make a move so that it doesn't mess up the redstone. And we'll just put the redstone right there. The redstone signal, when he comes back around, will hit here, go into this repeater, into this block, and then it'll go down the staircase, which will then start the entire chain. And I do have an idea of making this a little bit better. We haven't gotten to that point yet. It's working fine right now. It does turn off at night sometimes, which it doesn't take much to turn it back on. You just jump down, hit the cow, and it goes off. Much easier than the other type of clocks where you have to break all the pistons, the redstone, put it back together, put the items back into it. Yeah, this is just a lot easier. So I'm gonna come back to when this cow gets back, and we'll show you what that looks like. So here comes the cow. He just hit the detector rail. Signal went all the way down. It's already traveling through these repeaters, and as soon as it gets to right around this one, I'm going to just go around here, and we'll watch them get hit. So there we go. They're going all the way up, and this goes pretty much the sky limit from about 45. I think it goes up to like 253 or something like that. And here come all of the melons. Down here you can see that it's already hit the second one, and it's about to hit the third one. And it just hit the third one, and then it will go around. There is, when it does come back, this cow, it will hit the detector rail again, so there will be two signals traveling at the same time. That's something that I'm trying to prevent. I think I have a way of doing it, like I said earlier, but it's going to take some testing, and I don't want to do the testing right now. So how do you get the cow into the minecart? Well, first you put down the tracks. So I'll show this over here. So you put down some tracks, and you put down a minecart. Pretty simple. Now, you can, if you have one of the cow spawn eggs, you can just spawn the cow. I think you can spawn the cow directly into it. If not, you can do the way after I get this done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down a cow spawner. I'm going to put down some grass because they require grass. And now I'm going to break the cow spawner because I don't need it. So what I want to do now is I want to get this minecart next to the cow because, well, you need to get the minecart, you need to get the cow into the minecart. So in order to do that, we're just going to break these. We'll put the tracks down near him, the minecart right there, and then we're just going to hit him with the snowball. Now he's on the track, and you can guide him into the system, which you can do actually on the track. So if I put grass blocks here, the spawner next to it, I could have broken them, hit it, went right into him. So not that hard. If you do want to increase the time, like I said, there's 42 repeaters in between set to full ticks, and you could add more repeaters, but adding more repeaters, there's not that much room. Like, You can do it, but do you really want that many repeaters? What you can easily do, you come up here, you add more powered rails over here, and you just do the same thing. You stack these up, and you have the powered rail go up a little so that when the cow comes, it goes up, bounces off, and goes back out. And just in case you don't know how to get any rails to go up in like this type of an incline, it's pretty simple. You put one block down first. You put the rails next to it. Put the rail on top like that. Then you can break this rail, and it's up like that. And then all you have to do, you put the block right on top, and if the minecart hits it, it goes up, bounces, and comes back. Now we use power rails because if you don't use power rails, the cart will slow down. So the only time non-powered rails are used are during the turns because powered rails won't go into the turn. So it works, and it's working very well. We're getting, when the farm just gets turned on without being running for any period of time, we get about 2 to 3 inventories worth of melons, and when the farm is actually running, we get about, I'd say, half an inventory every 5 minutes maybe. I didn't do the exact math. It's very weird how the pumpkin farm and hoppers are working. We've tried doing tests on how much the pumpkin farm can generate per hour. However, randomly the hoppers will just stop collecting, and there will be inventories worth of melons just sitting where the hoppers are prior to um, us getting there to fix them. To fix the hoppers, they sometimes just fix themselves. Otherwise, break the hoppers, replace the hoppers, and then they'll start working again. I believe, and I believe Smokey also believes the same thing, that the hoppers stop working if the chunks get unloaded at certain times. It doesn't always happen when it gets unloaded. It's usually when it gets unloaded that they'll just stop. It's not guaranteed that it will happen every single time that the chunk gets unloaded, but just make sure that you do have the chunks loaded. So if you want, have an AFK pool nearby just so that nothing happens, and you'll be perfectly fine. Nothing will be, you'll just be raking in the money. But that's all the time I have for this episode. In the next episode, I do plan on working on a sugarcane farm. It's not going to be that sugarcane farm over there. And make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode.